Hey guys, want to show your support to the channel and get some awesome rewards at the same time? Then go check out my Patreon page where at whatever tier you choose that fits your budget, you'll get plenty of rewards such as updates and announcements on the regular, exclusive sneak peeks of my videos before they go up online, get yourself credited, and receive a special shout out at the end of my videos and more. Go to patreon.com/AckleyAttack44227TV to start pledging today. And don't forget to also check out and consider gifting me any items I have listed on my Amazon wishlist and even supporting me on my Streamlabs tipping page that'll also help support the channel directly. Links are in the description box below as well as on my link tree for you to check out. Thank you and enjoy today's video. Take care. Hey guys, like what we do on our channel and want to see more videos from us? Then not to worry about a thing. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button as well as turning on the notification bell so that way you can see more of our videos coming up very soon. Thank you and enjoy today's video. Hey guys, this is AckleyAttack4427 here, and welcome back to another episode of WTPU, aka What the Pickup? Now, as you may recall, in the last episode of the show, which you can see right down over here, I talked about the Bachmann coal wagon with a load, pretty much that I got some time ago, to which I actually found it to be a really great model that I actually got for sure. I really do think it is exactly what I'm hoping for, hands down, and I think it turned out really great based on, of course, what I've actually seen for sure. Yeah, I think with everything from what I can gather, it does play out like, of course, pretty much any truck or a wagon or freight car would do when it comes to multiple other Thomas models I actually got. And yeah, I really do find it to be absolutely incredible from what I've actually seen. And yeah, even the addition of the coal load that's actually added in is actually really quite nice for sure. So yeah, I really do love on how it actually turned out for sure, and I do hope to possibly get more of those just like that later on down the road for sure. Amongst plenty of other pieces of Thomas rolling stock that I'm hoping to also add in amongst plenty of others if I pretty much keep on going and collecting all sorts of Bachmann Hornby Thomas models for sure. But we're gonna leave that for the future to decide on, of course, that one. So yeah, but until that actually happens, if you want to check that episode out for yourself, then don't worry about a thing. There's a card over there over at the top right corner of the screen, as well as, of course, the link to it down the description box below. So yeah, whichever you prefer, go right ahead. I'll wait until you come back. Yeah, take all the time you need. I'll be here by the time you come back for sure. So yeah, probably not gonna be very long, hands down. So I guess I'll be here by the time you come back for sure. So yeah. And yeah, I guess it does make me wonder if I'll actually do plan on getting more of those like it. I mean, I do know Bachmann has already released the Sodor Coaling Company, pretty much coal wagon very recently, hands down, that I would also love to get for sure, but hey, a guy can dream, can't he? And well, and now I'm starting to feel bad for not including pretty much all this coal that I actually got in this bag. I mean, yeah, just look at it. Could have actually pretty much done something with, of course, this this whole bag of coal that I actually got for years now. But hey, I'm sure that'll probably come in handy later on down the road for a future video that I'll actually work on. So we'll have to wait and see on that. Alright, I guess if how you did already see the last episode of this show, we might as well go ahead and start up this episode as we normally do. Well, I guess pretty much, I think it's about time that we pretty much pick up where we left off for sure. And, well, I guess it's after the last episode where we've talked about one pretty much Bachmann Thomas rolling stock that I got very recently. I think it makes sense for me to talk about another one that I actually got as well. So yeah, and surprisingly enough, it's actually one that I've been wanting to get for years now, right up until now. So yeah, what is it, you may ask? Well, I'll reveal it right now. So yeah, what I actually got right here is, of course, this one right here. So yeah, yes, folks, it's finally time that I talk about one of these for sure. What I got right here is, of course, another piece of Bachmann Thomas rolling stock that I got very recently for sure, and that being, of course, on the one plank wagon with a really nice crate pretty much on top of it, hands down, themed entirely to the Sodor Steamworks. So yeah, this is actually one that I've been wanting to get for a long time now, and, well, luckily enough, thanks to some really nice searches I found on eBay, we finally got one of these in my hands for sure. So yeah, I'm really excited to actually talk about this one, and yeah, I think it makes sense to finally give it the what the pickup treatment that it deserves, hands down. So yeah, with that being said, let's not waste any more time, and, well, open up the crate to finally dive into this one. Boy, I could have thought of a clever pun, give it to what I've actually said, but you kind of get the idea. So, transition to me talking about this one, please. Alright, guys, it looks like we finally got the Bachmann one plank wagon with the Sodor Steamworks crate right in front of us, hands down, and yeah, I guess pretty much of anything, much like with what we talked about in the previous episode for sure, this is actually one of many Bachmann Thomas rolling stock models that I've been wanting to get for a long time now for sure, and yeah, there is actually a good reason for, of course, exactly that for sure. So in case a lot of you guys do not know, Bachmann actually used to actually make these pieces of rolling stock some time ago for sure. That really does, that is actually a really good fit for, of course, pretty much for most of the rolling stock they actually got for sure. And surprisingly enough, they actually made 3 of those, hands down, like, not just the Sodor Steamworks ones, but they also made 2 other ones themed entirely to, of course, Brendam Docks for sure, one being on the shipping company, and the other, I do believe might be on Brendam Docks in general from what I can gather, but I think it's kind of hard to really, I guess, explain for sure, but yeah, either way, those are, of course, the 3 that Bachmann has actually made for sure. That really does pique my interest, hands down, for sure. And I really do like the idea, of course, what they were going for, hands down. Just having a nice crate sitting on top of one of the plank wagons for sure. So yeah, I think it really does fit the deal, of course, this one for sure. So yeah, but sadly, as of now, those pieces of rolling stock has been long since discontinued as of now, so finding any good listings for them might be a little bit hard for sure. But luckily enough, I did manage to find this one off of eBay for sure, and yeah, I think it's safe to say that I'm glad that I finally got it in my hands for sure. So yeah, that's pretty much all I can say, of course, that front. So yeah, I think based on my first impressions from the packaging alone, I can definitely tell this really does look nice from what I can gather. One thing I should mention is that pretty much looking over the pretty much the Wagon itself with the crate. I did it again. I'm so sorry. So yeah, one thing I should mention regarding this Wagon with the crate is that I really do like, of course, what they actually did for sure. I can definitely tell with the Wagon in its entirety, they really do have a nice shade of green from what I can gather that I really do think really is quite nice for sure, and fits in well with, of course, the pretty much the crate that's on top of it for sure. To which that's another thing from what I can gather. I really do love, of course, what I'm seeing. The crate itself is really looking quite nice, and yeah. And yeah, you can definitely tell they actually have the Sodor Steamworks logo attached onto it for sure, because, yeah, if there's anything we actually do love from the CGI era in a nutshell, or just in general when it comes to the CGI era, is that the Sodor Steamworks is actually a really nice, great addition for sure. So yeah. That pretty much that place alone is actually a really great addition from what I can gather, and I really do love how it actually turned out when the CGI era of Thomas and Friends was a thing. And I'll be quite curious to see if Bachmann will actually possibly make that one day, or maybe I guess they'll make Victor and Kevin maybe later on down the road. Could be a possibility, but we'll have to wait and see, of course, that front. So yeah, I guess either way, I really do love how presentable it is from the front of the packaging for sure. And yeah, it is what you expect, hands down. And going alongside the back, yeah, it pretty much showcases the whole pretty much a list of some of the other rolling stock and accessory pieces that you would actually get for sure. To which I guess pretty much of anything, it is what it is, hands down. Like I said, many of which I currently own as of now, while others I have yet to get in my hands for sure. So yeah, I think it's pretty much what I can say, of course, that front, hands down. So yeah, with what I'm seeing from my first impressions from the packaging alone, yeah, looks like I'm in for a really great treat looking it over it, hands down, and I'll be excited to see for how it's going to turn out once we get it out of the packaging. So with that being said, thanks to my trusty pair of scissors that I currently have in my hands for sure, we might as well go ahead and do exactly that. So yeah, with that being said, let's get it out of the packaging. Alrighty then, well, now that we finally got out of the packaging hands down, we can now go ahead and take a good glimpse of course, this plank wagon with, of course, the crate hanging hands down. And yeah, with what I'm seeing up close and personal hands down, I will say it actually does look really nice from what I can gather. And yeah, I think with what I'm actually seeing, I think they really did a spot on job with, of course, what I'm actually seeing for sure. And yeah, I guess while we're at it, oh yeah, I think that's one thing I really do love and admire, hands down. Much like with what we talked about previously with, of course, the coal wagon with the coal load added in, seeing how it can be removable and be completely optional. Looks like for this one, you can actually remove the crate, hands down, and actually leave it on the side somewhere, while, of course, we leave this plank wagon on its own. And yeah, I guess with what I'm actually seeing, I really do like, of course, what they did with the plank wagon for sure. Yeah, I think pretty much of anything, I think it's pretty much selling out, of course, what they did previously with, of course, another plank wagon that they did that I currently have as of now. That was part of a set for sure. So yeah. And again, I really do love the nice painting scheme that they did from what I can gather. And even the detailing, I'm not gonna lie, is actually really quite nice. So So yeah, that's pretty much what I could say for the plank wagon on its own. Now, as for the crate that's including from what I could gather, yeah, I'm not gonna lie, it really is spot on from what I can gather for sure. Obviously enough, we actually do have the Sodor Steamworks logo engraved in from, of course, this side and the other side for sure, right? But yeah, everything else from what I can gather, I think they really did a bang-up job from what I can gather. And yeah, pretty much of anything, it really is pretty much giving off the selling point that this is indeed a crate that is meant to be pretty much holding that said wagon for sure. And I think I can make the same argument for, of course, the other two plank wagons with the crate loads added in, seeing of how I don't currently have them as of now, but I will eventually one day for sure. So yeah, I guess either way, I think they really did an incredible job with, of course, this crate for sure. And yeah, I really do love on how pretty much lightweight it is for sure. So yeah, let's go ahead and get this back on. So yeah, I guess pretty much with what I've actually mentioned, hands down, yeah, I really do think they really did an impressive job with, of course, this plank wagon with the crate added in for sure, and yeah, getting it up close and personal, I think it really is quite nice, I'm not gonna lie, and it's really pretty much proven the selling point, of course, what we're gonna be in for, hands down. So yeah, pretty much in such a way from the way it actually looks, I'm really impressed with, of course, what I'm actually seeing. So yeah, that's pretty much what I can say, of course, that front. Now you might be thinking to yourself, how will it fare up on, of course, my layout? Well, let's take it on up there and find out for ourselves. Alright guys, looks like we're back up once again, of course, my layout for sure, and yeah, we're about ready to give the plank wagon with the Sodor Steamworks crate a massive test run as of now for sure. So yeah, and luckily enough for, of course, this case, we actually brought back an old friend from the previous episode to help out, of course, exactly that. And yeah, that being, of course, Rosie in her red livery once again. And, of course, with, of course, the coal wagon with the coal load added in, which we did actually show off in the previous episode for sure. So yeah, I think it makes sense, of course, that one, because, well, yeah, I think it might be a little something to add into the mix to really get ourselves in for what we're going to be in for. So yeah, I think given to all that, I'm really looking forward to seeing how this one will do running on, of course, my layout for sure. Amongst plenty of the other rolling stock that I've talked about previously for sure. So yeah. I don't know exactly what I'm going to be in for once we actually do get ourselves roped into, of course, this one, but I'm really hoping it'll actually give us something really quite nice for sure. So yeah, but either way, I think it is going to be really quite amazing to finally run pretty much this pretty much right behind the coal wagon and Rosie for sure. So yeah, but you kind of get the idea, of course, that front. And hey, I think if you know me, when it comes to me running my models on, of course, my layout for sure, I think it will really get you the full picture on, of course, what I'm in for sure. So yeah, with that being said, like I said, I do have one of my speed controllers plugged in, and Rosie is all set and ready to go to finally give it a massive test run. And like I said, if things go wrong, I may actually probably give it a massive push and stuff, pretty much, so that way we can get ourselves going, but hopefully it won't happen from what I can gather, but we shall wait and see. So yeah, with that being said, let's go ahead and pretty much get this plank wagon movie with Rosie pulling it alongside the coal wagon. So here we go. Alrighty then, and well, if I can, pretty much, let's see if I can get Rosie to reverse a little bit. Yeah, I think that'll do exactly that, So yeah, I guess pretty much from the looks of it, it looks like the test run actually turned out to be quite well for sure. And yeah, I think with what I'm actually seeing, it looks like the plank wagon from what I could gather actually did run pretty well. Of course, my layout for sure. And yeah, I'm impressed with, of course, pretty much with how it turned out for sure. And yeah, I think it's safe to say that yeah, they really did a bang up job, of course, this one, and it delivered on that, so yeah, overall, the Bachmann plank wagon with the Sodor Steamworks crate, I'm actually really quite amazed with how it actually turned out for sure. I think they really pulled it off quite well with what I'm seeing right here with, of course, everything, and I do mean everything that they actually showcased here and there for sure, and yeah, part of me did kind of wish I would have actually gotten this one way earlier back when it first came out for sure, because that would have been something I would have loved to have one day if I actually do for sure. But I'm really glad that I actually got this now for sure, and I think they deliver on that quite well from what I can gather, and it did result in a really great model from what I've actually seen for sure, So yeah, I guess either way, I really do highly recommend this one for sure. I think it turned out really great from what I can gather, and I'm impressed with, of course, the final result from what I've actually seen for sure. So yeah, I think that'll be quite nice from what I can gather. So yeah, like I said, this model as of now has been sadly discontinued from Bachmann trains in general for sure. So finding a good listing for that will of course be impossible for sure. But luckily enough, I did manage to find this off of eBay for sure. So I'm really lucky to finally get it in my hands for sure. Now, I guess pretty much if anything, will I get the other two Bachmann Thomas plank wagons with crates, all entirely themed to Brendam Docks later on down the road? Well, yeah, I definitely would for sure. So yeah, hopefully if I can pretty much get a good listing for, of course, both of them, I would definitely love to get them in my hands for sure. So yeah, but we'll have to wait and see, of course, that front, hands down, so we're probably going to leave that for the future to decide on that one, so yeah, but either way, right up until then, I'm glad I got this one, and it's definitely going to go great alongside all the other models that I actually got for sure, so yeah, and I guess on that thought alone, I think I might as well end this episode here, So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this latest episode, and by all means, let me know down in the comments down below on what you guys think of this one for sure. I would love to know what you guys thought of this one, so yeah, that's pretty much all I can say, of course, that front. Thank you guys so much for watching this latest episode, and well, it'd be hard to say, of course, what I'll talk about in the next episode for sure, but I'm pretty sure we're going to leave that for the future to decide on that one for sure, So yeah, but I guess until that happens, thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, I'll see you in the next episode. Take care. Special thanks to all of my supporters on Patreon for making today's video possible, including my top tier supporters for this month, VD. So if you want to be like these guys and show your support to us, then go to patreon.com/AckleyTackTV to pledge now, do so, and get some awesome rewards within your budget. Hey guys, this is AckleyTack4427 here. Thank you all so much for watching today's video. Feel free to like, comment, and share if you enjoy what you're seeing. If you like what you see here and want to see more videos coming up, then go ahead and hit that subscribe button and switch on the notification bell to get notifications, and select all notifications to be notified for when we post a new video. And don't forget to switch on notifications on your phone as well. Also, don't forget to check out my second channel and our 2-member channel with Sam the Thomas Fan 1, SamAttack4427 TheThomasFan1 Productions, for plenty more content you can't find on here. You can check both of our channels out with the links or by our handles provided on screen. Feel free to shoot me an email with my email address provided, backley95@hotmail.com, if you want to ask me a question, want to collab with me for a project you've got in the works, or if you want to book me to be featured for a convention coming up. Follow me on my social media pages on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram to keep up to date with me on updates, announcements, and new releases of my videos, as well as plenty of others I've got with my handles provided, as well as the links down in the description box below. Also, don't forget to follow me on TikTok for other videos I've got aside from the ones I've posted on YouTube, and on Twitch for any future live streams I've got coming up soon, as well as join our official Discord server to see what we've provided. If you wish to show your support to me, then feel free to check out my Patreon to get sneak peeks of my videos coming up before they go up online, as well as getting access to updates and playing more, in addition to getting some awesome rewards within your budget. Also, don't forget to check out and show your support to me on my wishlist on Amazon, and even supporting me at streamlabs.com/AckleyTACTV/tip that you can find in the description box below, as well as on my Twitch page. And in case you can't find any of the links that are provided, then not to worry about a thing. All the links and stuff are also provided on my link tree that you can also find in the description box below, as well as a few selected number of my social media pages. Other than that, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll be sure to see you in the next video. Take care.